Hey, everybody, Knuckles here. Welcome into the Raw Knuckles podcast. Listen, Carey Price, long term injured reserve, going to be out for the season. Listen, is this a bad thing? I don't think so. Listen, uh, you know, we're able to uh, move that cap space so we can get Monahan in it, which is awesome. That's awesome. And yeah, he's had a couple hip surgeries, blah, blah, blah. He's 27 years old. This kid has a shot to bounce back here, and we'll see. Good guy to have down the middle. Strong, big, strong kid. And we'll see how that pans out. But as far as Price, listen, his knee, he's having problems with it. He had injections. It hasn't responded. Does he have surgery again? Physically, 35 years old, that wear and tear on his body going up and down, you know, uh, kicking, flashing the pads all the time. I mean, that style after a while just wears on you. And I think it's a good thing he's stepping away for a year. Now, could this be the end of his career? Quite possibly. He may never want to play another game here, although he may get back out west, um, stay there for a year, say he has surgery, starts feeling better, starts thinking, geez, I'd like to play again. Well, it's either going to be here or they're going to have to trade his deal. And I don't know who the hell is going to take that contract. So if he takes this year off, starts to feel better, and this young core has a decent season, they start looking like, geez, they may come together. You never know. But listen, with the mental health issues, we know he went into treatment for some time. He's taken a step back from the game, and that's okay. Listen, this kid certainly gave his all to this organization over the years. I'm just not sure if he wants to play hockey anymore, to be honest with you. He's got a ton of dough. Good on him. His family's set for life. And listen, he just may never want to play hockey again. He's probably had enough. Now, what if, like I said, he sits at home all winter here and starts getting that itch? Say this young team starts playing really well and things are starting to look pretty good. And honestly, I feel that this team's going in the right direction. They got a great young core. And who knows? Who knows? He may be sitting back there saying, geez, possibility. It's going to creep into his head at some point next winter, you know, especially if he has a surgery, starts to feel better, the knee starts to feel good. You get the itch. It's tough to walk away from the game. And not saying he won't, but geez, after being away from it for a year, you start to feel pretty good. You might say, you know what, I'm going to take another shot at it. But we'll never know. We'll never know until this upcoming season is over and then see where he stands at the end of it. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens next year with the Habs. Who's going to step up? I mean, Jake Allen, no question about it. Is Primo going to be able to handle the load here? Can he be a good backup? So far, he's been just okay in the games he's been up. Here's a kid that was drafted, hoping one day maybe to take the reins from Carey Price. Not sure if that's going to happen. We need to certainly give this kid a little more time, but we don't have it. We need a goaltender to back up Jake Allen next year that can play some games. So that's going to be interesting to see what Ken Hughes does along with Jeff Gorton. It's going to be an interesting thing they're going to have to deal with, the goaltending situation. So, listen, this team, like I said, they got a great young core, I feel. Kent has done an unbelievable job, I think. And Jeff together, the two of them, I like what they're doing. I like the direction they're going. And, this team it's fast. They've gotten bigger up the middle with Doc and now Monahan. Suzuki, how can't you love the kid? He's been incredible for this team. certainly uh, uh, a guy that's going to carry that mantle for years to come, uh, and he could be captain. You're going to have to keep an eye right here on the Raw Knuckles podcast because we had Nick Suzuki on this past week. We taped uh, the podcast with him, and I'm not sure when we're gonna release it yet, but we're gonna pretty soon. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see um, what happens there with Nick Suzuki. Is he gonna be captain next year? Is management gonna name a captain, or are they gonna allow the players to vote? That's gonna be interesting. I'm dying to see which way that one goes. But either way, this organization, I feel now, is in good hands. They're headed in a great direction. I look at Jeff Gorton, what he's done, what he did in Boston, what he did in New York, and him coupled with Ken Hughes, who certainly is a guy who negotiated contracts his entire career, being an agent, understanding players' needs, looking at what players want, knowing their value, all that stuff. I think it certainly bodes well for the Canadians moving forward. These guys got it going on, the two of them. So the future looks bright for this organization, no question about it. Like I said, they are in good hands, and I'm excited to see what happens here next season. Listen, are they making the playoffs? I don't think so, but I think we're going to see an exciting brand of hockey come back to this organization, um, and 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 they're going to win some hockey games. Now, could they be, in the hunt at some point during the season? They may be. Depends how they get out of the gate. Bunch of young guys here. Slavkovsky coming on board. That's awesome. Big old boy. Just he's a beast. He's a beast. I love this kid. Almost broke the bike there when he got on it that day. And talk about someone who is he is this kid was manufactured to play in this city. There's no question about it. He's got the personality, certainly to just chew this city up and get out in that ice. And I'm dying to see this kid in an NHL game. And you know, the word is this kid's ready to play in the NHL now. He's been playing against men now for a while, and he's certainly put the numbers up. I like what I see on this kid. Again, there's an adjustment. There's no question over here, but there's such a good young core here moving forward, and I love to see these kids come up together and grow together as a group. There's a new core here, and it's going to be interesting. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens with this team moving forward. You should be too, you fans. And check us out here, Raw Knuckles Podcast. This season, upcoming season, I'm going to be doing a few podcasts a week. I'm going to have one with a guest. I'm going to have one with possibly Stu Cowan, Montreal Gazette, going to join me once in a while. Tony's going to join me once in a while, talk about the Habs. And then I'm going to have my friend Dennis Bernstein from the fourth period out on the left coast. He'll join me, and we're going to talk NHL, each division, and who's hot, who's not, who sucks, who's bad, who's playing like a bunch of turds. It's going to be a good season. There'll be a lot more Raw Knuckles coming your way. So make sure you tune in. And if you can, Spotify, follow us. Be awesome. Follow us. The more followers Knuckles has, the better chance he has of turning this thing into a successful podcast. And on YouTube, you got to subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. Please do that. It'll help me out. And stay tuned. More of this coming your way from Knuckles all season long.